have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. And
all right. We're hot, and I am Billy E. Jones. I'm so excited. I got a wonderful guest, and I'm just trying to, there we go. I want to get this information here. Family, this is the Talk Beat Jones, and again, I am Billy E. Jones. And remember, the Talk Beat Jones, we're on the air every Wednesday live from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And also, we come on Sundays on 15.2 on Sundays from 4 to 5 p.m. Like I said, I'm Billy E. Jones, and remember, you can tell your friends that they can see the program live right now. They can go to the R.J. Watkins page, and of course, we're on the Roku box. And that's the, let's see, you want to go to, Tim, I think I want to send them also to the YouTube. How about go to the YouTube page, that's the TV33 On Demand, and this program will be in there very shortly. But here's a telephone number also that you can call today, 313-365-7379. It's the new number for today. But again, we are so excited that I'm losing my breath trying to get this lady on the air for you. I am excited like I haven't been in a while because, in fact, I'm going to stop doing a lot of things that I normally do and normally talk about today, right about now. But I will be talking about my African art, statues, paintings, etc. Next week, because we will want you to be able to see the items that we're going to have here so that you will be able to come in or see them, bid on them, or potentially win them by giving me 5 numbers to match the numbers that I will show you on the screen after the program if nobody has selected those numbers. Well, right about now, I want my guest to get ready to introduce herself and let you know what we're going to be doing today. Like I said, I'm excited. Once again, Talk Beat Jones. I want you to make sure you tell your friends. If you have not told them about the Talk Beat Jones, get on your however media contact you use to let them know that the program is ready for you. That telephone number again is 313-365-7379. And you can call in. But people say, Billy, we like to hear you talk. So you can hear me talk. But right now, I lost my ear. There we go. So that we can introduce the guest. Hi.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
I am so happy. Like I said, I'm just fidgeting because, again, to have you here today to speak on this subject is just so exciting to me. So I want you to tell the family, again, your name and, of course, what and why are you here to give us this great information.
Thank you, Billy Jones, for having me on this platform. My name is Dr. Vertonzi Kendricks Bailey. I am the co-founder, along with my son, of Hezekiah Kids.
Mm-hmm.
Hezekiah Kids was a foundation I started with my son to bring awareness about autism, to help the parents, because me being a mom of a son with autism, there are many times I didn't have the resources that I needed, and I became frustrated, down, and depressed. So with Hezekiah Kids, I go out, I bring resources to the community with I host a lot of different resource fairs, a lot of parent support groups. I do a lot of mental health forums. I do a lot of mental health summits, and I have planned activities for the kids. And I think that's so important when you have kids with special needs that you provide them with the resources, because in our brown and black communities, we have a lot of disparities where we're not getting what we need to educate our families.
Can you kind of give us a description for folks who are listening, but they say, but what is special needs? what type of situations do the children face or the parents face when you're dealing with and handling a loved one that has special needs?
So let me go with the autism. My son, he's autism, where he has a neuro disorder where he may not think like another child may think. He may learn a little bit slower. He has ADHD, which gives him, he's hyper all the time.
Now, wait, break that down for those who don't understand the initials you just gave.
Attention deficit disorder.
Okay.
He's always busy. When he was younger, he was always busy. He's calm now, with a lot of help from ABA therapy, me putting the work in, me educating myself to work with him. So he's calm now. He's a gamer. He's an author of 3 books, and he's also an advocate.
Now, when you say that your son is a gamer, they tell me that when a child has an attention deficit or etc., that when they find something that they really enjoy that has their attention, that they become excellent with that pursuit of that particular situation. Is that true?
Yeah, that's very true. My son, he's an artist as well. So he designed the characters that he works with in his books and in his gamer. He loves to draw. He loves to paint. He's just an IT person, and he's fixated on making sure that you are aware of him, the disability that he has, and that you can overcome it with work, prayer, and patience and love.
And when he was going through, how did you discover that he would enjoy being a gamer?
Let's go back. I discovered that he was an artist when he was in elementary school. His teacher, I worked in the building in which he attended. His teacher came and said, "Miss Bailey, I need Hezekiah to put the artwork down. We're getting ready to take the M-Step."
Now, again, for those who don't know, explain what is M-Step.
M-Step is a test that is based, that they give each kid when they get in 4th and 5th grade.
Okay.
So he was going to take that test for DPS. But he had to complete a picture that he was drawing because he said that brings calmness to me. And I
Okay.
guess artwork is a form of bringing calmness to those kids, because most kids that have autism, they are talented in some area or another.
Yeah, now that, and I keep coming in because I'm hearing things that interest me, and I know it interests other folks who are trying to learn. How is it that you are able to learn what your child is interested in? Does child communicate that to you, or you just pick up watching his interactions with various things?
I watched his interactions with various things because in the beginning, my son, he was nonverbal over to the age of 8 and a half. So he wasn't able to tell me what he needed. But by me watching things that he loved, I would always make sure in his backpack he had a tablet to draw, a book to read, crayons, markers to do his artwork.
Yes.
And I also made sure he had his fruit snacks
Yes.
and his Gatorade or water.
Okay,
Because he
okay.
didn't go anywhere without that water.
Okay.
So I paid attention to things that he liked. And because he was nonverbal, I had to really look at what he wanted to play with, what he didn't want to play with, what he liked to eat, what he did not like to eat. And I just paid attention to it. But then one day he started talking.
Now, how is it that as a parent, a new parent, no experience per se, the child is born, and how and when is it that they are understanding that that their beautiful baby may be different?
I had a village. So my mother and my father, because at that time I was the HR director for charter school district, and my parents didn't want either of my kids or my niece and nephew to be in daycare. So they said, Vertanji, I believe Hezekiah, he may have something going on with him. And I told my mom at the time, I said, well, Zachariah is probably like his father.
Okay.
Don't talk to everybody in the world. Don't wave at everybody. And Hezekiah is probably more of an introvert like me.
Yes.
We're not going to wave across the street. If you're not on this side of the street, I'm not going to make them say hey. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor said, you know, for times I've been wanting to ask you, do you think Hezekiah, he's developing a little bit differently? And I said no, because I wasn't aware of autism at that time. So the doctor said she wanted to run some tests, go through a series of tests. And at that time, it came back when he was 4.5 years old that he was
Okay.
artistic.
Okay.
I knew that he loved to have things clean.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that he liked to put things in order.
Okay.
I just thought he was just being, because my mother loves things to be in order. I like things to be in order. So I thought that was just a trait he picked up from my mother-in-law at the time and my mom and myself.
Okay.
But I found out in doing research that he was on the spectrum.
Okay. Now, pause and let us reintroduce for the family members around the world who may just be joining us. Introduce yourself again so they'll know the voice.
I am Dr. Vertanji Kendricks Bailey, the co-founder, along with my son, of Hezekiah Kids, which is an organization where we bring awareness to parents, the community, and educate the community on what autism looks like and what disabilities looks like. Because if you were to see my son in public, you would think he was a normal young man.
Yes, yes.
But if you start talking to him, he does not interact the way you may think he would act.
Okay.
He's slow to move, so you'll think he's being defiant. He's not very vocal and verbal, so that may be taken as being defiant. This is why my passion is to educate the community. So we won't think the kids are bad, they're being defiant. It's that they need a little bit more support, and the community needs to be a little bit more understanding of these kids and the parents.
So as we're walking sometimes or shopping in the stores or et cetera, and we see a child and you try to make eye contact by just happen to be walking past, and the child suddenly just wants to cling or reach to you, the parent. What is that type of reaction?
He's not comfortable in that space. And I tell people, when you see a child that has autism, please don't be so quick to approach them, to try to make eye contact with them, to try to talk to them. Let them ease into that space.
Okay.
Because you can scare them off,
Yes.
push them into a tantrum,
Yes.
push them into stimming.
Ah, you spoke on something there. So when we're out and and we are watching a child in a public setting just going off, having a tantrum, and we're saying now old school, they wouldn't have done that. My mother would have taken that whatever it was around her and just started whamming on that. So you're saying, I'm not saying that you're saying this, but I'm asking, is that potentially what is going on when we've seen
It could
children?
possibly, 90% of the time, it could possibly be going on with that, because the numbers with autism has increased. When my son was diagnosed at the age of 4, it was 1 in 88. Now it's 1 in 26.
Yes.
So that means the numbers are rapidly increasing.
So the thing that they used to do, or maybe still potentially do, is use Ritalin.
So
Explain to why they were.
they would use that to calm the child's nerves, to calm them down, to keep them controllable in public, in the school setting, to keep them where they are maintainable, where you can maintain them.
So was there a rationale as to reasoning why they were diagnosing young black boys more so than any other group of folk?
Because boys, and I had a house, blended family of 5 boys.
Okay.
They're naturally loud.
Thank you. Thank you.
So my mother, she had daughters, but then when she had my brother, he was all over the place, and I guess she had to get used to it, because me and my sisters, we sat quietly, played quietly, but my brother, oh boy, he would be all over the place. We knew when he was up, when he woke up.
So typically black boys,
They're just loud.
and so and I'm saying it because I had a lady that worked for me, and she had a child, young boy, and they were always putting him or trying to keep him on Ritalin, and that was a situation in which normal boys without a health issue per se are naturally more outgoing, interactive, and in the schools, the teachers who felt that the children were being disruptive wanted those children, those boys, to be on Ritalin. Then we turn around and the Ritalin would change their personality.
So I would always instruct parents to get a full medical diagnosis from the kids, from their pediatrician.
Okay.
Because because that is very important before you put kids on medicine.
Right.
Because many times there's something else going on with that child. They may have a disability, and we not understanding. This is new.
Right, right.
When I went to school, and I'm going to age myself, we had one classroom for special needs, and the bigger kids went there, and the smaller kids went there. Now I'm learning there are different diagnoses of it. So back then they had a different way of dealing with kids with special needs, and now they have a different way of dealing with kids with special needs. Now I remember when I went to Quarters Elementary School, we had one for lower elementary kids and one for bigger kids, but they always seem to be self-contained away from the public.
Right, right.
But now we have what we call where we don't want them to be secluded. We try to put them out more, feed them into the mainstream population. That does not work for every child. Some children need to be in the self-contained. My baby was in self-contained all the way through 8th grade.
Now explain when you say self-contained.
Which means he's in a classroom just for special needs kids, where the teachers are in there trained to work with those kids with a parapro, which means they may not transition from classroom to classroom. They're in that classroom all day with that one educator.
One other thing, would you talk to folk about when they say, oh, this child or this person, or I was on the little yellow bus? Can you explain that a little bit,
You
please?
know what? And I don't really like that term because I look at things, everybody has something going on with them.
Come on now, talk to them.
Everybody has something going on with them. Like, my sister was very quiet, my brother was very loud, and I was the in-between person. So everybody functions differently.
Yes.
That does not always mean that something is wrong with a child when they're loud, when they're quiet. But the numbers are increasing with autism.
Yes.
So we just have to take note of that. But that's why I'm telling parents in the community to be aware. Because we don't just want to label kids, because kids that have special needs, they are very educated, they are very talented. We just have to work to bring that out with them.
And Robert F. Kennedy, the person that's in the Donald Trump's administration, he attributes the rise in autism to the shots. What is your thoughts about that?
There's a theory to it. We don't really know where, and I'll just be quite honest with you because that was my thought when my son was diagnosed.
Wow.
Maybe it has something to do with the immunization.
Give us your understanding, because see, we're open to understanding, and because again, people are saying, okay, this is, and introduce yourself before you do that, please, again.
I'm Dr. Vertanji Kendricks Bailey, the founder of Hezekiah Kids Incorporated. So with my son, I have 2 children, 2 biological kids. They're 5 years apart.
Okay.
When Zachariah had his immunization, he was up playing, running around. When Hezekiah took his immunization, he slept the entire day. So I didn't think nothing else about that until a couple years later.
Okay.
So that could play a part to it, but we really don't know where autism is coming from. I heard administration talking about it could be coming from Tylenol. We really don't know what is causing autism, but my suggestion is just to educate yourself, train yourself, get resources to work with effectively with your child before we start pinpointing anything. Because I look at people over the years, and I know people that have autism, and their parents have chosen to take a waiver from the immunization shots.
Now, before we go to a commercial break, can you kind of give us a little touch upon an event that you have coming up?
I have an event coming up, which will be March 8th, and I have one coming up March 19th. One will be a mental health summit for the city of Detroit, and the second one in April will be for our community dinner dance for families to come together, have a free meal, and network with other parents.
Now, when you say mental health encompasses so many various different situations, I do believe. And so when you say mental health, would this be a cross jigsaw of all issues
It
dealing
will
with
be a
mental health?
cross of all jigsaws in the community, because we need to know how to handle those mental health issues which is arising within our Afro-American community.
For the folks who want to attend, how can they get in touch, or how can they find out the information to attend?
It will be on my Facebook page or my Facebook group, Hezekiah Kids, or you can follow me on Instagram, Dr.
Spell that, please.
HEZEKIAH, Kids, KIDZ, and that's the group on Facebook. And then on Instagram is Dr. Vertanji.
Now you know you got to spell Dr. Vertanji.
Dr. period VERTONGIE.
And so, and when they come there, what will be featured?
We will have a panel of various people from all walks of life. I will have specialists come aboard to speak to the community, and I will also have vendors there with resources for the community.
Okay. Now, where would this be located again?
We're looking at a location. I'm getting ready to pinpoint. I have a meeting to pinpoint the location on December 17th, and it will be posted January 1st.
So basically, family around the world or who may want to contact people here locally who may
Yes.
not have seen the program, they need to contact you how again?
They can contact me through Gmail, hezekiahkids@gmail.com, or they can contact me at 248-671-3177, or on Instagram they can send me a message.
Okay. And when we come back, can you kind of give us a distinction between autism and what is the other situation that children come up with, that the learning disorder?
Learning disabilities where they are cognitively impaired.
Okay, so can we kind of get a distinction? Is there a difference between those two issues
Yes.
as to how to get, what type of treatment that they may receive?
Yes.
Okay. Now, before we go, once again, this is the Talk B. Jones. I am Billy E. Jones, and remember the Talk B. Jones, we come on every Wednesday at 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. You can also view the Talk B. Jones by going to 15.2 on Sundays from 4 to 5 p.m. You also can go to the YouTube TV33 on demand, and of course we're on the Roku box, and of course we go around the world. So again, this is Talk B. Jones. I am Billy E. Jones, and a wonderful, wonderful guest, which is why I'm so excited, because it's speaking on the health care of our children and how to make sure that an undiagnosed child does not grow up to be an adult undiagnosed with issues or situations. Once again, we'll be back right after these commercial announcements.
Have to go anywhere because this is the Talk B. Jones, and
Watkins Broadcasting is going worldwide. Now you can watch Detroit's own WHPR on your TV from anywhere in the world. No matter where you are, you can stay in the know with WHPR TV and Roku. You can get your easy-to-install Roku box from wherever you shop for your entertainment gear. Once your Roku box is connected to your TV and internet, go to the channel store on the home menu of the Roku box. Enter WHPR TV in the search engine and add it to your channels. That's it. That's all you need to get the best in entertainment, news, and talk, no matter where you are. Roku brings all of your favorites to your TV. Netflix, Hulu Plus, Crackle, HBO Go, and now WHPR TV, Detroit Live. You're watching Detroit's own WHPR TV, Detroit Live.
hi.
Clean up on aisle 5. Sounds like my life right now. Just one big mess.
What's going on?
It's my property taxes.
What?
I am behind, and I am so worried that I'm going to lose my house. I can pay some of it, but I can't pay it all at once.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm Eric Sabri, the Wayne County Treasurer. The last thing I want is for anyone to lose their property to tax foreclosure. We have assistance programs to help.
For more information, go to treasurer.waynecounty.com.
We're here to help.
You're watching Detroit's own WHPR TV. Detroit Live.
Hi, this is Billy E. Jones, Talk Beat Jones. You can watch me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on WHPR TV 33 Now app. Download our free app at WHPR TV Now.
Feel good about your future with tuition-free programs at Wayne County Community College District. Whether you want to be in healthcare, computer science, the culinary arts, digital media, or robotics and automation for the next generation of vehicles, WCCCD has you covered. A full range of programs to achieve your goals, fit your schedule, and give you all the support you need to be successful. All of it tuition-free. Now there's something to feel good about. Register today at wcccd.edu.
Justice for Mario Willis. Truth. Facts. Evidence. Matter. Log into justiceformariowillis.com. Read for yourself.
.313watkins.com. Streaming on Roku.
Don't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones and
Give me a minute, give me a minute, give me a minute. I got that Talk Beat Jones rhythm now. Oh, yeah. Tell you what, this is Talk Beat Jones. Once again, I am Billy Jones, and welcome to the program today. Thank you for joining us. Please tell your friends around the world they can join us right about now. Remember, we're on the air every Wednesday live from 10 a.m. to 11. You can also view us on Sundays on 15.2. That's 15.2 on Sundays, 4 to 5. You can also go to the Roku box, view us around the world. And of course, the YouTube, that's the YouTube TV33 on demand. Right about now, I want to get back with my guest. I tell you what, we're talking about children. We're talking about children. We're talking about your child. We're going to talk about the effect that your child may be having on your relationship. We're going to talk about your child and what it may be going on with you mentally, etc. So what I'm going to do is let my guest once again introduce herself and let her just run and flow with it. My guest is here. Would you please take it now?
Hi, I'm Dr. Vertanji Kendricks with Hezekiah Kids Incorporated, which is a foundation where we support parents, the community, educators, and the kid. And as we're doing a break in commercial time, we're talking about the caregiver. They need support. And I find a lot of kids that have autism, it really affects the parent. Mm-hmm. One, because the parent thinks it's their fault. Two, because they may not know how to reach out for support. Three, a lot of people may not want to deal with your child because they don't know how your child will interact. Mm-hmm. For me, my baby was a runner, so I didn't really trust anybody.
Ooh, now, as you go, I'm going to break there. Explain when you say your child was a runner.
That means if we're out in public and I let his hand go at any given time, he may take off. Mm-hmm. That means back then when he was running, I was better in shape. Now that he has stopped, the weight has come back. So. And
you say that real quickly, and I had noticed that there was parents, like we have our beautiful pets on a leash, that we had some parents that actually would have some type of configuration in which they had the child on a, not like a dog leash, but something that's attached so they can control or keep him from moving away.
That's to keep the child. It's for the child's safety. It's for their safety. It's for the parent's safety. And it's for the community safety. Because some kids, when they get away from you, it may cause a disruption. They may tear up something. Because I was in a supermarket, a child got away from a parent before, broke a lot of bottles.
Yes.
That became harmful to that child because there was glass. That baby was trying to pick that up.
Yes.
So when I would take my child grocery shopping, I would confine him in the basket, keep him there so that he would not run. Or I would keep his hand with me so that he would not run.
Yes.
So there's something, you know.
So if you're a parent and you know, if in the house your child is running and it's like your puppy, once your puppy get out,
He's out.
he's out. And actually, when you're chasing, they're running, playing a game now with you. Stay away, keep away. So the child will do something of that nature and it's gone.
Right.
And so, I mean, it's dangerous because if they happen to run out of the confined space into the streets, get out the door,
Yes.
they're still gone and they don't know about the cars and the injuries that they may sustain or being killed.
So, you know, and I'll be transparent.
Come on now.
Being a parent of a child with autism is very exhausting. I just thank God I had a support team.
Yes.
Not every parent is fortunate to have that because I would not leave my child with anyone other than my mom and dad because they had double locks on their doors and it was bolted. My sister wanted to interact with my baby. She said, I had Zachariah, so he was a different child.
Yes.
But I learned she was a social worker, so I learned that she knew how to take care of him. But it was a long time for me, and that's my sister.
Yes.
And my brother.
Yes.
I knew that they loved my baby, but I was afraid for him to be out with anyone other than me.
Now, Doc, I'm a parent. I'm a newlywed or into my relationship with my lady that I love. We have great times together. We spend time together. We talk together. We are able to go out and do things, but we like to spend our time together. My baby, she gets pregnant. We're all excited about this child that we're going to have. We got all these wonderful, great plans for our child. We have no problems mentally interacting with each other. Then our baby is born. And it's not a problem per se. We know that, dad got to spend some time, mom got to spend some time. We got to work together. Both of us don't have the same mentality as the child is coming along and starting to exhibit these issues, these problems for us. Explain and talk to the family about how does that work on the relationship.
It changes the dynamics. Me and my sons, we did a podcast last year. It changes the dynamics of the whole entire family.
Okay.
So Hezekiah, which is our baby boy, he was the last of the 5 boys. And when he was diagnosed at 4, the other 3 boys, they were out of the way at college. So who was left at home was Zachariah. So it didn't even change my relationship with him because Zachariah started thinking I was giving Hezekiah more attention than him.
Okay.
So when he was diagnosed, their father wanted to know, he had more questions than answers. And I said, we're just going to roll with it. God is going to help us.
Yes.
We're going to build a support. We're going to build a community. But as I went along, I found out I was lacking resources. I did not know how to get the resources. Here I am, this well-educated college student, double master degree.
Yeah, wow.
Into everything, my sorority. So I'm very well connected, but I did not know how to get resources.
Got it.
So it took a toll on the family. And like my oldest son, he said, we kind of had to figure out what we're doing here. This is like a puzzle on the table. What are we doing here?
Right.
So I think my older bonus kids thought that Hezekiah was getting away with a lot of things. And I can give you one story. On Friday nights after we all worked, because their dad, he worked a different shift. So I would have like Friday night, date night with my boys. So I'd be in the kitchen cooking, cleaning, and then I would let the boys go upstairs and play. One particular Friday, Zachariah got tired. He said, Mom, you're enabling Hezekiah to be autism-ish. I said, that's not even a word, baby. He said, Mama, Hezekiah went upstairs. He pointed to every toy that he wanted to play with. He rolled them over the floor, and he played with them, threw them up in the air, He played with them. But now, Mama, I'm going back upstairs to clean up a mess that we both made. And I was stuck. He said, Mama, ain't nothing wrong with his hands. He can come up here and help me put the toys on the shelf. And he has autism.
Okay.
So my son said, Mama, you just babying him. And even my son was home this summer.
Yes.
My son is a influencer. He has a lot of people follow him. He's on, ESPN as a DJ for Alabama State. And
Come on now.
My baby,
Wait. You ran through that too fast. Tell them what he is and what you say.
He's a DJ. He's a Kappa. He goes to Alabama State. So he came home. He said, Mom, you still giving Hezekiah a lot of attention. So I think some points, my family felt that, and my friends felt, you're spending all your time with him. But you get one time to be a good mom.
Yes.
And you get one time to make sure that your baby has everything that he needs.
So your son, even as educated to be a captain, to be able to do the DJ situation, he's been around with a lot of different folks and different situations he had to interact with. But even then, he still misses some of that mother's love.
Right. We was going to the grocery store, and he was getting ready for this big party they had out here for the D9, whatever it was, out here in Highland Park somewhere. He said, Mom, what you guys got about to do? I said, we about to just go grocery shopping. He said, well, you asked me if I want to go. And in my back of my mind, I'm thinking, you want to go to the grocery store?
That's right. That's right.
He said, Mama, well, Hezekiah going, and he's 19. I said, oh, you want to go to the grocery store? So he went, and he all happy carrying bags. I had left all of my attention so focused on Hezekiah because Hezekiah was a special needs baby that needed everything.
Let me give you.
I forgot about Zachariah.
Yeah. Well, let me give you a quickie, and I'll just real quick, and I'll come back to you with your situation as the oldest child in my family, and I got 6 brothers and sisters, and the thing about that is, I'm 6 years older than any other family member. So I didn't have that brother-sister situation because I'm older and they're too young for me, etc. But the thing was, my parents, I could not get that alone time with my mother and my father. And I never spoke on it. But I'm looking, well, when everybody gets grown and get out, then I'll be able to have some time with my mom and dad. Guess what? My mother and dad were so loved by other folk that were brought home by my brothers and sisters that all the years they became mom and dad to everybody else. And after they left, then I had to deal with the fact that the other kids were coming to be with mom and dad. So and so I learned that you want to be proud that your parents have that type of influence, but I still missed being able to have that alone time. So please continue. I want you to know
so
that happens.
It happens a lot, but then let me go fast forward to the caregiver. I was the mom. I was the sole caregiver for Hezekiah, along with my parents. But I didn't always want to bug them and my siblings. So at some point, my sister said, you need a break. And I didn't realize that caregivers was, because this is just some things I suppressed. There was a phase of depression, a phase of asking why. There's a phase of loneliness. Because when you're a caregiver, you forget about yourself and you forget to take care of yourself. So a lot of our parents that are dealing with kids with special needs, we need to make sure they have the supports and resources that they need because they get so overwhelmed in taking care of the child that they forget to take care of themselves.
And you get so involved that you don't even realize that mentally that's where you are because that's something that you are dedicated to taking care of that person and you forget about yourself, but you're not aware.
You're not aware.
Explain how that works.
You're not aware of that because I felt some kind of way about Hezekiah because he was not as vocal as his other brothers. I didn't want anybody messing with him. I didn't think nobody understood him. But I had to let him grow. I had to let him grow. I had to let him go to school. I had to let him flourish. And that was very hard for me to do because Zachariah was like his dad all over the place. And everybody speaking to everybody. Hezekiah was more reserved. So I didn't want him to be taken advantage of. To the point where I gave up a career as an HR director to be an educator because it was more flexible with my schedule. I just wanted to be there for him to make sure he got everything he needs. So a lot of times we forget about the caregivers around holiday time. And I did a thing, and I was sending it back to you. There are some points during the holiday time. Make sure you give that parent some love.
Yes.
Make sure you give that child some love.
Yes.
Don't over-stimulate them. Don't ask them too many questions. Don't make a child that has on headphones, take them off. Don't make a child that has ADHD or autism come and mingle with the family. Just let them be. Meet them where they're at. Meet that parent where that parent is at.
And would you give for that family member, the husband, the wife, or the relationships persons with the child, some information about how they can sustain their relationship? Because we have found that many couples will break up. Because the interactions they had before the child is totally altered. And sometimes that man or that woman cannot handle that.
Well, I think we come from a family of married people where we in the community that supported us. And I think in that time, my mom and my dad and my siblings will give us a break so that we can have date nights and go out and do things. I just had support, but not everybody has that support.
That's what I want you to speak on, is the ones who do not have support.
They need to look into getting CLS care, respite care, so that someone can come in that they trust, so that they can get a break. Because if there's no break, you will break.
The key word that you're continuing to use is trust. How do I know that I really can trust that person when my child who has these issues may display these issues with that person, which may catch them at a bad mental state? Because we find so many times we've had so many children that have been actually killed by a person, a boyfriend, or even whatever, girlfriend, because something happened with that child that they went through the extreme measures of trying to get that child to do what they want. And because that child put up extreme resistance, they started to physically attack that child, and the more attacked, the more out of control that child. And so that's how things, you kind of hit that on a little bit.
You know what? You have to watch people's personalities. You have to have trust. And if you get an inkling that somebody's not going to be right for your child, don't leave your child there. But then you also have to train your child too. And
but how do you train?
My son was nonverbal, so every now and again I would have Zachariah walk by and pinch him to see if he was going to tell me. Then I did. I said, anybody do this to you before? And he would just shake his head, yes. And I said, who? And I said, point to the person. So I would have Zach do it, and I had the other boys walk by, so he was able to point to Zach.
Okay. So there's a training process.
So he has 4 other brothers, and when they would come home, I would do a thing, and he had cousins. So I would have Zach pinch him, and I said, who did this to you? And it was very time-consuming, but I'm happy everybody played along with it. So I said, who did it to you? Just point. So every time he did it, he would point to Zach. Then the next time I did, I would have my niece do it, so that if it's somebody different, I said, who pinched you this time? And he would point. So and it was very time-consuming, but because I wanted to leave him with other people other than my mom, I had to make sure he had some kind of communication
How
skills.
do you train a baby girl, a young girl, to be able to distinguish between someone just touching and someone is being sexual with them?
Safe touch. Like my sister, I didn't have daughters. Unfortunately, I had 5 sons, but I have 2 beautiful granddaughters, 13 and 8. My bonus sons, they have children. So we teach them safe touch and what's not safe. That's hard, because I know my bonus sons, they're very protective of their daughters. So we teach, even with the boys, you still have to teach both
That
kids.
is so true. And so while you're doing that, I'm looking at the parents who are, 'cause we have mothers who are having children, 16, 17, 18, and they're trying to figure it out.
Safe touch, good touch, bad touch.
Yeah, and so when they have their children at 16, 17, 18 years of age, and they may not have that role of having a guy with them, and because now they're grown per se, they want to have their own space. And explain that, how that works.
Communication is key with the girls and with the boys as well. Communication is key.
Yes.
Knowing your child, paying attention when something is off with your child, looking at your child, how they interact with people around them. Because a lot of times sexual assault comes from people that you may know. So paying attention to them, looking to see if something is off, seeing if they're feeling nervous around somebody, seeing if their routine is off. And I tell parents all the time, check your child's routine, pay attention to your kids.
And so how do, I know one thing before our time runs completely gone. There is another event that you're going to have, and we want to get people prepared for the other event, the date and information about the second event that you have.
The second, which is going to be a very good event, is a free event for the community.
Free is always good.
It's free. It's going to be a dinner dance fashion show for children with special needs.
Okay.
It's called Hezekiah Paints the Deep Blue. It's where the families that have special needs kids, because this is another thing I look at. Families don't get to go out to outings.
Come on now.
So this will be a good time for parents to come out, meet other parents, build a village. Their kids can communicate with other kids that have disabilities and enjoy a free meal, enjoy light dancing, and just have a good time with other families. So we are looking for sponsorships for that event. If you'd like to donate, my information, I will put it up so he can put it up.
No, we want you to give it out, please.
They can either Cash App Hezekiah Kids, or they can Zelle Hezekiah Kids Incorporated at gmail.com and sponsor a child for that dance, because that dance that I did previously, that came out of my pocket. I had two major sponsors. Thank you, Dr. Darwin Warren and Twyla Woodvine. So I'm very appreciative of them for helping me sponsor that event. But we want to be bigger this year. And this is an event, you talked about parents being able to go out. This is an event where we have music for the parents, we have food, we have the sensory food, and there are other moms and dads in there that you can communicate with.
If I'm a company that has food, etc., can I donate?
Yes, if you are a licensed caterer, you may donate to our organization. And you can give me a call at 248-671-3177. If you'd like more information on the event or how you can sponsor Hezekiah Paints the Deep Blue, and if you send me a text event, I will text you my Cash App and my Zelle. That number again is 248.
Give it to me slow, because give it to me slow.
248-671-3177. And we would appreciate any donations. And we're looking for this event to be bigger and better.
And if you don't answer, is there a way for them to leave a message?
They can text it.
Or if they call that number.
They can call that number, leave a message.
Again, if for whatever reason you're very busy, there's a thing called leave a message. And folks, we were saying, people, I couldn't reach you. I said, well, why didn't you leave a message? So we're saying, if you have an interest in sponsorship, if you have an interest in working with Doc, and give them your name, please.
Dr. Bertanji Kendricks Bailey.
And that direct line to call and reach her so that she can get back with you, talk directly to you. That number again, and remember, if she does not answer,
leave a text.
Leave a text message on her voice message, and she'll get back with you, because it's so important.
And we want this to be better. We want to be able to give each child a booklet, one of Hezekiah Kids books. We want to make sure each kid leaves with a bag this year, a puzzle and a book and bubbles, a sensory bag. So if you would like to donate those items, and I know it's not till April 19th, but we want to get a jump start, because we want this to be a great event for and it's during the month of autism awareness. We want this to be a great family event so that we can come out and have fun. Like Billy Jones spoke about, parents don't have an outlet, this will be a good outlet to come out, have free food. I will have volunteers on hand to help with the kids so that you can just kind of sit back, relax, and have an adult conversation with the adults that's there.
And parents, single parents, man or lady,
Please come out.
this is your time to not sit back and speak on the fact that you have all of this and you're doing it all by yourself. And you may not be aware that mentally you're on edge. You're being cut off from society in your dedication day by day with taking care of your child. You're being mentally exhausted without realizing
Right.
you are mentally exhausted. But once again, we're going to give you that information about this second event. And we're saying to you, slow down, relax, write this information down. Don't be too big, don't be too proud. You step out proudly with your child to an event that folks will support you. And that's what you want to do. So once again, would you give them how to contact you for that event as well?
They can contact me on social media. My Facebook group, Hezekiah Kids Incorporated group. They can contact me by text or phone call 248-671-3177. Or you can email me at hezekiahkidsinc@gmail.com. And it will be on Instagram. I'm going to start posting on Instagram after December 5th. So that flyer will be up on social media.
You know, Doc, no, I shouldn't call you Doc. Give me your name again. I can't say your name, y'all.
And my mother always tells me, you mispronounce your own name.
And that's why I continue to say for you to say your name, because I do not want to give a name to you that's not your name. That's special. So I'm asking you once again, as I'm about to make a statement, but I wanted them to know who I'm speaking of.
It's Vertanji. First name is Vertanji Kendricks Bailey.
And so I'm going to ask her now to give me a commitment to come back, because this affects everybody.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter what race you are, what color you are, what financial base you are, what standings you have in your own mental state of being. It affects everybody. At some point, either you or someone that you know. And therefore now you can have a greater understanding
Yes.
why that person may be all good one day that you've talked and visited them, and down, and you say, I don't know what's wrong. Now
Right.
you have an understanding how to help your friend or your family. Okay? Take it again, Doc. Do a closeout, and again, hit that first event that you're coming up with.
The first event will be March 8th, 2026 from 4 to 7. And that's a mental health summit. The second event will be Hezekiah Paints the Blue Dance, Paints the Blue Town. That will be our community dinner dance. That will be April 19, 2006. And that time will be from 4 to 6.
Okay.
It will be April 19th, April 2026.
Okay. So once again, I'm Billy E. Jones, and I'm smart enough to say, can I get you to come back and visit us again?
We sure will. I'll be back.
Okay. So, family around the world, we're giving you the information that will help you and your loved ones. We want you to make sure that you tell your friends to like us, to love us, and to spread the word about Talk Beat Jones, Billy E. Jones. We will be coming back hitting you hard with love.
Absolutely.
That's what it's about. So, Doc, give me a 1 minute closeout, and we're going to say goodbye to our family.
During our holiday breaks, make sure you give our families that's living with kids with autism and other disabilities, make sure you show them some extra love, support, pray for them, and give them a break if you can.
And once again, family, know with love, this is the Talk Beat Jones. We appreciate you watching, sharing this information. Remember, the Talk Beat Jones, we're on air every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 11, and also on Sundays on 15.2, and that's from 4 to 5 on Sundays. You can also, of course, go to the YouTube, TV33 on demand, and pick us up at any given time. The one thing about it is when we go into that YouTube on demand, every day, 365 days out the year from years on, you'll be able to go to that particular queue to find out this show. So family, once again, thank you so very much for being with us. We love you. We appreciate you. And the doc, we love you. We appreciate the information you brought to us, and we look again to have you back. Talk B. Jones, Billy Jones, remember, live every Wednesday. We love you. Peace, and have a great time on your holiday. Peace now.
Have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones, and I